Sequence breaks in video games are used to gain items or do actions outside of the intended sequence of order, which can lead to a faster completion of the game, making earlier portions of the game easier. While Terraria has a pretty linear progression system, there are some things we can do to shatter its progression system and take up a few extra challenges to make other challenges easier. The easiest way to do this is to gear up as best as we can without taking on unnecessary bosses, with maybe an exception or two to make the boss we're going for easier. But before we start doing this, why not subscribe so you don't miss future videos? Maybe even like, because the amount of likes and comments determines whether or not YouTube shows this video to other people, and I spend a lot of time on these. With that, let's start at the beginning. Generally, the best class for any point in the game is Ranger, and the only Ranger armor we can get before any boss is the Fossil armor. No significant damage accessories are available right now, so mainly movement items will be used here, like the Bundle of Balloons, Lucky Horseshoe, Shield of Cthulhu, and the Frostbark Boots. To get around the attacks of, well, I guess I haven't told you who we're going for yet. The boss we want to beat next is the Queen Bee. It drops two quite strong Ranger weapons. The Bee's Knees is a powerful bow with special arrows, and the Bee Nades completely annihilate the Wall of Flesh. Naturally, both shoot a ridiculous amount of bees. Our weapon choice for the Bee is actually two. The musket shoots bullets with high damage, while the boomstick shoots many bullets and has theoretically higher DPS. The reason we're using the musket is because far away it has a much lower spread, and each of its bullets do more damage per hit to keep the DPS up. We also want a sufficiently large arena, optionally walled in with player-placed walls to block enemy spawns. You can use this for Plantera later. Place some campfires and equip yourself with some buffs like Swiftness, Iron Skin, Endurance, Regen, and Heart Reach, and get into the battle. With enough tries, you should totally get it, then farm it for the Bee's Knees and plenty of Bee Nades. Although it isn't necessary until much later, it's not a terrible idea to take on Skeletron for the armor and accessory upgrades. With the Bee's Knees and a healthy amount of arrows, Skeleman will go down with ease. Explore the dungeon and collect enough bones for the Necro armor, then take your bee weapons to take down the Wall of Flesh. Oh, I'm just gonna use the Bee's Knees to take it down for now. You see, the Bee Nades might be helpful in the early hard mode. Just kidding! Grab your Bee Nades and smash some altars to get the hard mode ores in your world. If you get Palladium, craft the armor for its insane regeneration. If you don't, the tier 3 ores or frost armor should work just fine. Grab yourself one of two different weapons. The Onyx Blaster is the lesser of the two, but more consistent to get. Buy a shotgun from the arms dealer for 25 gold, or more or less depending on happiness. Head to the underground evil biome to get 10 souls of night, then to the surface evil desert and kill mummies for 2 dark shards. Craft them together at a mithril anvil, or conversely, farm angry trappers and hope to get lucky with a 1 in 100 chance to get the Uzi. Also, why does this murder plant, when ripped apart, sometimes drop a gun? Let's just look past that, because we have bigger fish to fry. The fish in question is Duke Fishron. Defeatable before the first mechanical boss, it drops a ridiculous spread of different weapons, all of which are ridiculously powerful, and can carry you through most of hard mode. For some of you more seasoned players, you can go into this fight without too much preparation, but for people who haven't beaten fish like this before, you need to prepare. Heart lanterns, campfires, and tons of buff potions, or you can just cheese it like I did. Every weapon dropped here is good enough, but the things to look out for are the Flare-On and the Tsunami, both of which I got after our refight. With your new weapon, breeze through most of hard mode. Mechs, Plant, Golem, Cultist, all go down with ridiculous ease. Other upgrades are available, like the Hollowed Armor, or if you want to, the Master Ninja Gear. While fighting the pillars, I would recommend crafting a stronger weapon like the Phantasm or the Vortex Beater if you have enough bullets for it. Next, take on the Moonlord. By this point, the interesting part of this video has ended. Beat the Moonlord and realize that you've just broken Terraria. If you found this helpful, or just want to keep up with me to make fun of me about being bad at video games, there's a red or white or whatever the button down below the video, so make it gray to help me out. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gray. There's a couple of mitten-shaped buttons down below the video, and it's encouraged that you press the one that actually has a number attached to it. Somewhere around the video, there's a box where you can write your thoughts and see those of others. Make sure to say something encouraging and get into an argument with someone else. Check out these videos, and I'll catch you on the flip side. The flip side being whenever I decide to upload a video next. So I'll see you in 60 years. Where's my mouse?